Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is the 23rd of November 2020, and my name is Kevin. Welcome to your morning meditation. I'm grateful to be here. I hope you're glad to be here. Let me move this closer. Um, hmm. Lots of good stuff happening. Yes, I think so. I got some great cards this morning. Let's see. Here we go. Um, First one, Queen of the Light showed up as an ally. Um, and then I pulled one from Carl Gray's. This is the healing energy. Um, so what I get from both of them is that this is a time to celebrate all the accomplishments that you've made, all of the plans that you've made, all the kindness that you've shown to other people, all the kindness that you've shown yourself, all the work you've done on yourself in aid of divine truth, divine logic, higher power, light. In other words, the fact that you're here practicing a meditation and bringing your spirit right down into the feeling of healing, these energies, these cards, and this meditation is to celebrate that work. And right before we get to the celebration part, the healing energy, the knowledge that there is a force at work that we can't see, that we're often not sure about, a little confused by, know it's there, celebrating the work that you're doing. What I like to say is we are all together one big massive energy force, and the universe, if you will, whether you want to call it God, Yahweh, whatever name or label you put it on, without empowering us, giving us the permission, go do your work, go do your thing, without that, the universe really can't do much but hang out in the wings, waiting for the permission to come and do it. So this is your indication that anything you conspire to do for your own highest good, so don't leave yourself out. If you've been asking for guidance, asking for knowledge, asking for clarity, asking for love, compassion, if you've been asking for things that help to clear up confusion, fear particularly, if you're looking for confidence where there was fear, if you're looking for love where there seems to be distrust, if that's what you've been asking for, and we ask of it with the left hand, which to you is the right, but you ask for it with the left hand, receiving, come on, give it. If you've been doing that, these two energies, these two cards let you know it's on its way, it's coming, it's being celebrated. The other part I want you to look at is, think of a time when you've wanted something, you've needed something, you need something to happen, and all of a sudden the forces at will come together and do this, and they make it pump, come, let's go, do it. How do you feel when, oh my gosh, yes, I got it. Yes, I need it. Yes, thank you. You brought me what I needed when I needed it. It's perfect. Those miracles, right? So think of this energetic power, source, universe, God, whatever, angels, you want to call it, of a big, huge magnitude. Think of that. Now, imagine, if you will, you just said, yes, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do what you need for me to do, and I'm doing it. Bring me what I need to do it. The universe, God, the spirit, whatever that is that empowers you, they are saying, oh, thank you very much. Here we go. We're going to help you. We're going to give you what you need. We're going to heal you. We're going to move you forward. We're going to give you everything you've wanted and then more. So think about how this is the thing that I get myself, and I haven't always got it. I haven't always been the kind of person that felt like, well, and I've always dumbed myself down. That's my biggest blind spot. I know I can do big things. I just don't believe it. And that's the problem. I've lived my life telling these ridiculous lies about, well, that doesn't make sense. The biggest issue is comparing myself with other people, comparing myself with a person who I believe is something. And, we all have seen, hopefully, The Wizard of Oz, where, Dorothy goes tripping down a yellow brick road, gathering all of her friends, only to find out that The Wizard of Oz doesn't exist. Well, yeah, it kind of does. It's inside. So this is where I'm celebrating you this week of Thanksgiving, and saying, you've gathered your troops, you've done your work, you have abided by the rules, you have treated people with kindness, love, respect, understanding, and you've also understood where your blind spots are. You've understood where, I might not have been quite so nice, I might not have been quite so kind, I might not have been quite so considerate. And so you clean all that up. So these two lovely cards, my friends, are saying the cleanup work you've done is paying off, and you can sit back, relax, and celebrate. Celebrate all that is amazing to you. And know that I would say what I love about the Thanksgiving, the holidays, the Christmas, the twinkling lights, all of this, it is a bit like sitting in a theatre waiting for the show to start, or whatever that is for you. The precursor, the tailgate parties before the big game, all of this Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then it leads up to Valentine's. All of this energy celebrates the closing of a year that's been tough and the opportunity that's coming. I get goosebumps when I'm saying this. It's like I feel like, yeah, I can feel it. I can feel these energies just sitting there in the, like, if you could see what I'm feeling, oddly enough, it's a bit like, how do I put it? You can't see the faces of these spirits, you can't see the faces of these angels, but it's a bit like, imagine you're sitting in this big, humongous, big arena. You can't see all the people looking, you can't see all the people cheering, and yet here we all are. Think about it. You, me, anyone else that's on this meditation thing, we're all in the middle of this. We're all on the stage. We're actually on the stage performing what life is meant to be performing. And these spirits, these guides, these folks that have left, they've gone to the other side. They're on the other side helping us deliver whatever this is that's coming next. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox now. Oof, this is quite something. Time to meditate. Oh, Lord. Okay, so put your feet flat on the floor. Let's start with being present in whatever place you are. Start your breath. I call it Ujjayi breath because the breath goes in, it creates energy. The breath comes out, it releases energy. The breath goes in, it creates energy. The breath goes out, it releases energy. Think of it, you like a pump. The fresh water comes in through the tap, goes down the drain takes it away. So that's your breath. Life force. Don't hold on. Don't hold it in. Let it go. And let it be so. The more you release, the lighter you become, the lifted vibration that you get to, and just be with that sing-song energy of your breath. Now bring your consciousness to your solar plexus. That's the area in the middle of your physical body, right around where your ribs come together, the center point between the feet, the soles of the feet, the crown of your head. The solar plexus is the light port or portal or energy center, the engine of your physical body that's connecting you above and below, out to the sides, front and back, and the eternal flame, the flame that's with you from the day you're born, before you're born, and long after you leave, is the eternal flame that you bring along with you. The eternal flame is responsible for bringing you information, intuition. It's the hard drive of the soul. Now bring your attention to your legs and push your feet into the floor. And think of your feet extending down into the bottom of the building you're in. Root it down into the substrata of the earth. The earth, the Mother Earth, the core of the earth where all the crystals live. And wrap your root solidly around the core of the earth and know that no matter what, the core of this earth has you, has everything about you, knows everything about you, and keeps you buoyant, keeps you connected, keeps you centered and grounded. The core of the earth, the heat of the earth, pulls out of you the energy that you no longer want, that you no longer need, and that has expired. As you bring your attention back to your solar plexus with your roots rooting down, lift your consciousness, your mind, up through the center of your spine between your shoulders. Pay attention to that area between your shoulder blades where those big bony levers come together and join on to your chest plate. Perhaps you lift your shoulders up and back to open up your chest and upper back. Let in or let the light go up. Extend this light way up above your skull and your scalp. There's an area probably about 1.5 feet above your head. Sometimes it's higher. That's your crown energy center. Your crown energy center forms a circle. Let the light build that circle. And the circle is not hollow. It's a dome. And the dome has no boundaries. It's you inside the dome being protected and being energized. The source of higher intelligence, higher wisdom, higher knowledge, the downloading of information from source, from universe, from God, your archangels, is using your light, your dome, to bring you everything that you need, everything you need to know, and it's attracting you and attaching you to the biggest source there is, the power that put the sun up, the moon up, the planets up, the same power that allows other humans to place satellites in space, the same power that brings intelligence to engineers. Sit in the power, sit in the light. All of the fuel that you are releasing and letting go of is being transformed into more fuel, reusable spiritual energy. Continue breathing in deep. As you breathe in deep, you're pulling more energy in towards you. This is the point where you make your declaration. A declaration is a statement that you say after the words I am. My declaration is I am open and willing to listen and receive. So be it, so shall it be. I am the light. I am the abundant truth. I am a living, breathing human example of divine work, divine love, divine purpose, divine opportunity. I am the bridge between magic and manifestation. So be it, and so shall it be. Continue breathing in, downloading the work, celebrating light, celebrating your life, asking for what you want, receiving what you need. Keep the essence of this power, keep the essence of the light that's still in you. Let this newfound feeling be the energy and the power that you go throughout your day. Bring yourself to your mind or your consciousness to your environment. Bring your hands to heart center at your chest. Lift your thumb knuckles up between your eyebrow center. Gently bend forward. Namaste. So the great essence of the meditation with creative visualization is learning the balance between the physical daily to and fro, coming and going, and the bigger picture, the larger picture. And sometimes I think, well, you know, there's a quote that says, when the student's ready, the teacher appears. Oftentimes folks will give us gentle nudges about what we're meant to do, what we're meant to receive, how we're meant to go about our business. And it's a bit like getting a little postcard from the other side. A nudge, if you will, little hint. And we can go about our business, carry on, getting caught up in the daily living of paying bills and, you know, looking for things we might want, things we might need on a material level. There comes a point where that postcard becomes like a letter or a report, a bit more information. We come back to it and we recognize that there's a connection between the little postcard from the other side saying this is what you probably should pay attention to, and the reality of, oh, there's a bit more information. Maybe I should do it. And then a friend reminds you that's what they're doing. Or you read a book, or you see a show, or whatever that is. It's calling your name. It's asking you to step forward. And here's what happens when you don't. Nothing terrible happens when you don't step forward. When you feel a little self-conscious, or you might feel a bit like, I'm not sure I should be doing that right now. That's fine. Because what we bargain for when we come to this world and we have this purpose, what we bargain with and what we bargain for is to say, well, I want to be able to choose the way I do things. And that's the gift of saying, all right, we'll let you choose. We'll let you have these choices. You can choose whether or not you step into the fear. And that's fine, because the fear is rabbiting on about the comfort zone of I don't feel safe, I don't feel this, I don't feel that. And I want you to understand two things here. We have body sensations, and the body sensations tell us more than anyone else, anything else. There's a body sensation when you feel sad. Eyes tear up, nose and the sinuses get kind of stimulated. Anger, the jaw gets tight, teeth go together. It's a tightening. It's a pulling in, right? Then there's chemicals in the body. Cortisol's one of them. There are other chemicals and hormones that pull in, come into play. There's a lot going on that remind us physically what our choices tell us. Then there's the body sensation of relaxation, of pleasure, of a massage, a facial, a day at the beach, paddle on the pond, whatever that is, where you feel like a bath, glass of wine, all those things that we think, oh yes, thank you. Another body sensation, satisfaction. So if by theory we know these body sensations are connected to the feelings that we're having and what we're doing, then we also have to know that we can control that. We can choose it. We can say, I'm a little fearful. And fear, that feeling, adrenaline, goosebumps, sweating, raising body temperature, the need to pee, whatever that is for you, the gut feeling, the turning, the churning, whatever that is. I want you to think about it's right up in line with excitement. So the difference between being fearful, oh my goodness, getting married or moving in with someone or selling my house or leaving my job or going to a different country, whatever that is. Maybe somebody tells you something that creates fear. It's the same as being excited by the same thing. Difference is you and me, what we do with it, how we respond to it, how we react to it. So give an example. Someone's calling you to an office, it's a superior, and you are fearful you're going to be told bad news. Well, you put that there. Now, intuition could be telling you that. Be prepared. You're going to get some bad news, or you're going to be told you lost your job, or you're going to be told we're closing down. It will do anything, right? If your intuition is on point and paying attention, you'll get the right information. That funny feeling. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Yeah, I thought that might not work. If you get the fear of devastation, if all of a sudden this feeling of dread, lack, oh my goodness, I'm going to go to the poorhouse, I'm going to be, whatever that is, terrible things are going to happen. If that's what you do with it, that's a choice you're making, because you're the one putting your mind and your thoughts on it. That's what you're saying. I want that. I want to get that. I want to feel these things. So let me just put that in. Let me put that in the soup pot and stir it around. I'm using these analogies to get you to the point of understanding where the power of choice is, what the power of choice is, and how you're choosing it. Or, same scenario, closing down, lost your job, da 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 da. For a minute, you might be like, ooh, I may be struggling here because I've got bills to pay, debts rising, this, all of which you put on yourself. You said, I want that, house. I want that car. I want that thing. I want this. The universe said, okay, we're going to conspire to bring you that. We'll bring you that Mercedes or whatever that is. I'm just using these as examples. You wanted it. You chose it. The universe said, yeah. But now, the way you thought you were going to pay for it, the way you thought you were going to support yourself with it, is not gone away yet. It's being threatened. So the reaction is, I'm glad I've got all these things. I've got all these things. What do I do now? Well, you go to source. So the source brought you, source as in source principle, the energy, the power, brought you this stuff, said, hey, listen here, we'll bring it to you. The same energy says, this is coming for a reason. You're losing this because this other opportunity is sitting ahead of you, but you can't see it because you're so busy stuck in this feeling that it won't happen. You can't happen. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be destitute. You're not destitute, never have been destitute. You've always paid your mortgage, paid your electric, paid your light bill, and there's always more. Think of your life, there's always more and more and more. Bills go up, they don't go down. Bills increase, more of them. They don't decrease. But we get to play this game of human monopoly, if you will. So the next time you're faced with that, oh my goodness, instead of thinking you're going to be destitute, whatever that is, or even if you find someone that comes to you and is terrified, sit them down, remind them. You're not here to be terrified. You're not here to be living in fear. You're not here to be destitute. The opportunities that come may seem crazy, awful, terrible, not good. But that doesn't mean to say that's actually what's going to happen. What's actually going to happen is there's a new opportunity. Here's where you should go. So, practically, what do? Take some time, get quiet, don't tell anybody. Why don't you tell anybody? Because that's the first thing we do, right? We run off, we've got to tell Mavis and Fred, we've got to tell Jen and Jenny, we've got to tell our best friend, we've got to go here, we've got to tell mum, we've got to tell sister, we've got to tell everybody that we feel this ratchet way because whatever's happened is terrible. No, don't tell anybody. Whether you believe it's God, the universe, whatever you call it, your source, the higher thing, that has already told you this is happening. Maybe it is your last day. But if the same information that told you that, there's another plan beyond it. There has to be. It's not like, well, you're going to lose your job. The plant is closing down. We're bringing them. Oh, by the way, by midnight, you're going to die. That's just crazy. No. You sit back, you get quiet. You can say, I am fine. Everything's okay. And from this moment forward, all good things happen. You make that declaration. I am fine. Everything is okay. And from this day forward, or from this moment forward, from this second forward, everything will be okay. Everything will be better. Everything will be this. Always close off something that's challenging with something that's possible. From this moment forward, all good things happen. From this moment forward, I am up for my highest good. I'll share with you and then I'll let you all go. I made a declaration in 2012. I was sitting in an office. I'd worked hard on something. done what I consider to be my best. Wasn't entirely happy, but I was working with big corporation, big large um, company. Loved it, and got to the end of the day. We're having a meeting, and life is pretty good. I'm like, oh, I'm looking forward to what's coming next. What was coming next is a plan the company had that did not include me. Oof. It was a long time before I could pull my head out of my ass and realize I just got the greatest gift I could possibly have been given. So if I look back, excuse me, if I look back on 8 years ago, what would I have done different? I can't do it differently. Probably not much. I would have done it quicker. I would have done it faster. I would look at freedom. But I made the declaration then that the work I do is going to benefit more people instead of a small group of people. And it did. What I offer to the world is going to be bigger, and it is. I'm grateful for the blessing of being creative, no matter what that is. And then recently in March, when, our governor in North Carolina said, well, gyms are closing down, hair salons are closing down. Oh, well, those are the two things I do to make money. There was no talk then that there would be any money coming from anywhere. That was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, fine. We've got to stay home, lock the door, not go anywhere, not see anyone. How? Oh, by the way, make sure you've got enough provisions in your house for 2 weeks. Excuse me? But the 2 weeks, we weren't sure. Turned into 30 days, turned into 60 days, and kept going. So what do? I can look at it like, well, I'm going to be destitute. Get in the bed, pull the covers over. Well, how is that helping anything? It isn't. So I stayed buoyant. I stayed up above all of this, almost as if Noah went out in the water with all those animals. I find that fascinating story. How is a boat that big to carry every single species on the planet? But anyway, I'm digressing. There's a lot of Bible stories that get told that I find quite interesting, as far as that doesn't sound practical, but there you go. Anyway, I digress. The point I'm making to all of you, what seems to be oops-a-daisy isn't oops-a-daisy. It's hello, let's go. Thank you. I'm done with my soap opera stuff. More tomorrow morning at 5:30. Thanks for paying attention, being here. Look, get everybody on this thing, whatever this is. Share it, like, subscribe, put the word out. And have a great Monday. Bye, love.